Well, greetings to my friends and my many loyal fans. Jesus Christ! After yesterday's fight, Adrien Broner was Bali Malinagi. Adrien Broner failed to prove that he is boxing's next best big thing. My scorecard is as follows: rounds 1 through 5, 10 for Malinagi, and rounds 6 through 9, 11 and 12 for Broner. Which would technically be a draw. I believe that some rounds could have gone either way. But I would give Broner enthusiasts the benefit of the doubt because who won and who lost is not the point of the article. The point is that Broner did not meet the expectation. After all, for a guy who was the 13-1 favorite, he certainly did not look like it. Hello? To fully appreciate my perspective, you have to go back in time. We'll start with a fight that happened in 2009. It was Fernando Quintero versus Adrien Broner. Alright? Now, there's no boxing aficionado who has not concluded that this fight was a clear robbery, as Quintero deserved the victory. What made Quintero successful in the fight was his heat movement and head movement, as well as a solid jab, and most importantly, letting his hands go when Broner was stationary. We have to then look at the fight between Daniel Ponce de Leon versus Adrien Broner, and that was in 2011. That fight was commentated by HBO, and you clearly hear them talking about saying that Broner did too little to win the fight. And I agree with them. Ponce de Leon was clearly robbed. For the sake of argument, let's just say that Broner was a clear winner against Ponce. But you will have to remember, Ponce was KO'd by Juan Manuel Lopez, completely dominated by Yurikis Gamboa, and recently KO'd again by Abner Maris. Ponce de Leon has basic fundamentals who was successful against Broner by using a solid jab and constantly keeping him at a distance. Now, having referenced both the Quintero fight and the Ponce de Leon fight, so that the fight yesterday would be the third fight that would be considered skeptical victories for Broner. I would encourage people to take a look at the Quintero fight with the Broner. And, Broner's mistakes, such as spreading his feet too wide, making him immobile, and his body's an easy target. Even the fight that took place in 2009, unfortunately, those are mistakes they continued to make during yesterday's fight. There's another fighter who comes to mind, who recently was called the next big star, and that's Amir Khan. Many of us have been paying attention to the flaws in Amir Khan, predicted that he was going to lose very soon. And, based on the flaws, we saw that how they would match up against other fighters. I believe Adrien Broner is going to have a similar fate. He'll be against a fighter who can move well, and have a good punching ability and who can fight at a distance. So Broner said that, he would let the fans decide who they want him to fight next. And let's say Lucas Mathis, Robert Guerrero, and Keith Thurman. But all three fighters listed above would be Adrien Broner.